everybody, here is another donation from Michael Rogers, who asked for several donations, got some more coming up. This is the second one, which he wants me to put Obituary Slowly We Rot versus Morbid Angels, Blessed Are the Sick. And he wants me to take the intro out of the Morbid Angel album so the tracks can add up. Right on. All right, here we go. Infernal Bleeding versus Fall from Grace, both great, but you know what? Giving that to Obituary. Man, Eternal Bleeding is so badass. What a great opener. Next, Golly Beings versus Brainstorm. Again, I love them both, but again, Obituary, man. I gotta go with Golly Beings. That song is crushing. All right, next, Till Death versus Rebel Lands. Another one for Obituary. Till Death is one of my favorite songs. If not, maybe my favorite song off this album. All right. Next, Slowly We Rot versus Doomsday Celebration, which is instrumental. I'm going with Obituary yet again with Slowly We Rot. Obituary's kicking much ass. All right, next, Immortal Visions versus Day of Suffering. Day of Suffering is my all-time favorite Morbid Angel song. And it wins. Finally, Morbid Angel got a track. All right, next. Gates of Hell versus Blessed Are the Sick / Leading the Rat. I'm going with Blessed Are the Sick. That song is just so badass. It wins. Next, Words of Evil versus Thy Kingdom Come. Probably my second favorite, Thy Kingdom Come. Definitely giving that to Morbid Angel. Now Morbid Angel is racking up some points. All right, next, Suffocation versus Unholy Blasphemy. Another one for Morbid Angel. Unholy Blasphemy is just so badass. Such a great tune. All right, Intoxicated versus Abominations. Again, Morbid Angel. Abominations. Love it. Badass. Better than Intoxicated. All right, next. Deadly Intentions versus Desolate Ways. Desolate Ways is a little guitar thing. I'm giving that one to Obituary. I love Deadly Intentions. All right, next. Blood Soaked versus the Ancient One. Definitely the Ancient One. I'm going with the Ancient One. All right, then we end it with Stinkapus versus In Remembrance. I'm going with Obituary on that one. Stinkapus. All right, Michael, this is the final score. And I want to thank you, buddy, for your donation. You got a few more coming up, and I appreciate you, brother. And everybody out there, I appreciate you all as well. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring that little notification bell. Leave comments below. What do you feel about Slowly We Rot and Blessed Are the Sick? And, you know, you're track by track. I'm curious to read what you think. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube aneurysms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gaba. Before we get canceled, check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast with me and Wattzilla. We are the Podcast Kings. Link to the podcast is in the description below, and also a link to the YouTube page. Check out older episodes with visuals. And very soon, either Ian and I will learn how to go on YouTube Live. Might be soon. So check out the greatest podcast ever according to science.com. It's also God's favorite podcast and Satan's favorite podcast as well. So check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast before we get canceled.